Hello Aquarians and Cross Watchers, welcome to your reading. This is the Ancestors reading. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this Native American statue on the table or not. It's so big that even part of my light is showing, and literally I have a shelf above this which I have my monitors and my where I check my emails, and I have more tarot cards and everything up there, and this is a bookshelf that goes all the way up full of cards and spiritual books. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it there. It takes up a lot of the table. But anyway, this is your ancestor reading. And we all have ancestors of all different kinds of origins. All right. Every life that you've ever lived, if you believe in incarnation, every life you've ever lived, you have ancestors from those lifetimes and from the current lifetime. So I've done a pre-shuffle, as I always do, and say my prayers and meditate and everything. And during my meditation, I got the song by The Who, and it's called Who Are You? And it's not, the only thing you have to take away from that song is literally that, who are you? And I feel that you're being asked or guided to notice who you are. And the message during meditation was, notice who you are, notice who you're serving, what you're serving, why you're serving it, why you're giving to it, okay? And if you don't like it, how can you change it? So it goes deep, you know, into the meditation about, do you help promote things that are good or not good? Are you neutral and partial? A lot of times, sometimes we think we're not here, we don't have any special gifts or any of this or that. Some of us are meant to be mainstream, public eye. Some of us aren't. But we're all here for a specific reason. We come in with a certain set of goals, okay? And that's going to be different for each and every one of you. Sometimes your goals will align with other people, and those people will come into your life, and sometimes they'll stay, and sometimes they'll go away. It just depends on what you signed up for yourself to do, to learn, or whatever. But ultimately, a lot of times, we just have to be in the now, be in the present moment, to be guided, or for what needs to come to us to literally come to us. And we can make a difference as human beings on this earth by choosing what we do, how we do it, how, you know, where we spend our money, how we spend our money, what we give to, and our causes. And we can notice if things keep us in a trap, in a bind, something like, you know, a toxic environment, a toxic job, or something that we could be addicted to. Just notice, and notice who you are. First of all, you are a soul, and you have a lot more choices than you may think that you have. Stuck a lot of times is an illusion. That's why it's the Eight of Swords in the tarot deck. I was offered a couple of sponsorships, 3 sponsorships for my channel. I turned them down because there have been rumors that these places, some of these places, not all of them, but there have been rumors about one of the places who wanted to sponsor me about having sweatshops, okay? And so do I want to be a part of that if I am aware of that? If I don't know, I don't know. I'm innocent. But if I know, then I'm an accomplice. And that's how me as a person views it. There are people who've told me, just go for the money, you know, so that you can get that money and do better things. People like that are also right. But I made my choices for my own specific reasons. So it's like that. You have, you know, the message I channeled was that, you know, who are you? Notice who you are. You are greater than you think, and you have more power than you think. And all of us together, if we are in that sort of energy, what a difference we can make. Now, in the pre-shuffle, I used spiritual cards, and I'm going to use tarot deck to clarify the cards that came out, but I will read the meanings of these. These are special cards. I don't use them a lot because I have to open to the page. And in the pre-shuffle, special cards came out, and I just didn't want to put them back, guys. I'll be honest, I just didn't want to put them back. I said these are important to the reading. I'm just going to use these. You'll just have to trust that I shuffled them and that they came out. And if you don't, you don't. I'm not going to go and do it again. So in the archetype, the very first card that came out interesting enough. It makes me think of the Godhead, okay? The Mother, Father, Godhead. And the first card that came out was the womb. If you can see it here. And it says, the nest, the belly, the origin, okay? I believe in this chakra. That would be the sacral chakra, right? Isn't that there in that area? And it says, everything has an origin story. The womb archetype asks us to contemplate the beginning beyond the beginning, the mother beyond the mother, and the world that often negates power and necessity of feminine principles. This card returns us to the warmth, tenderness, and sacred intelligence from which we came. It's a card of receiving, not achieving. So it's much like Empress energy, mother love. So, receiving, not achieving, of accepting love from the mother of us all. She is life-giving force that forgives and cherishes even the most wounded and desperate soul. No matter how lost you are, the womb awaits your return to help you heal and grow. This card is a call to keep things simple, to return, to be reborn in the name of love. The womb is everywhere. It is beyond gender, beyond time. We are within it as it is within us. So you see, guys, I could not put that card back in the deck and hope that it comes out. Though I have done that in the past and the card has come out. I just didn't feel like doing that today. And then the second card that came out was the Creator. So this is where these two cards make me feel very much like, you know, the Godhead. The Creator and the Nurturer. You know, God created Earth. And then we have Mother Earth, which nurtures us. We live upon the earth. Now, you take it how you want. That's just me personally. It is the Creator, and I will read the meaning. And it says, the Creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence, is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. They know that from the void, creation, inevitability emerges. I said it, I should have said just creation inevitably emerges, but you know, I'm reading from word to word. I didn't pre-read this here. And it says, with meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the Creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. Now, I just got the download. The Creator reveals a new image, and I got the new image is you. The light that was created you is the light of Creator that is within you. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, and this archetype annihilates perceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings of the wake of its destruction. The Creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different. What is. So that's like the present moment. The present moment is really what it is. It's not what we think. It's just what it is in that moment. And second, trusting that a force greater than themselves, so a force greater than us, awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it in nature, God, Goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the Creator's lifelong companion. Lifelong companion right here. Whether we call it Goddess, nature. So this is the first thing. Know who you are. That was what I channeled. Okay, I wrote that down in my meditation. The song by The Who. It's an old song. I don't know. I remember hearing it as a kid, but I just, the whole message is, who are you? Now, who are you? If Creator was to ask you, who are you? What would you say? Would you say, I am the bill payer? I am the tired? I am the weary? What would you say if Creator spoke to you? Who are you? I created you. Now, who are you? I can only help you out by telling you that you're a soul. But you do have things that you came here to do. Now, the other card that came out This was interesting how this came out. I may start recording my pre-shuffles because, and I can add them in the intro or something, because this is interesting. The golden egg came out because this, when I was shuffling this deck first, cards flew and then knocked and flipped this card over. So really, this is the card that was meant to come out. It literally knocked it into the cards. The cards went all over the table. This one flipped up. And the golden egg states, message at the center of heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of the modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth. Didn't this card talk about warmth? The womb? You can go out in nature and ground yourself, Mother Nature, and feel the warmth of the womb to discern your messages. So it says, the magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga, nidra, I don't know if I said it right, or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection and contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Now, this is interesting because I've been taking some meditations from the Monroe Institute, and this is one of the meditations. It's telling you that when you're listening, to stay open to what comes in. You may hear a sound, something may happen, something may come up. Pay attention, because messages comes in all forms, is what I learned through the Monroe Institute, and I'm also seeing it here, what it's saying. Staying open to any response you hear. Engage with the energy of the golden egg. It is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. So if you feel like this connectedness to oneness, to everything, and you just feel this love that comes from within you, and probably a smile behind that. Your chest may swell like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. So there's a lot right there about getting grounded with yourself. Now, not everybody believes in twin flames or is on connected in such way, okay? But because this is an ancestor message, I did want to pull anything for star seeds and anything for people who believe in that type of connection. And this also fell out. These cards, nothing fell out, but it did fall out from this deck. And it's called Twin Flame Ascension. And it says, acknowledge and practice self-love. Now, you see how there's a picture forming with all of these cards here. How they're relevant. What you're being shown is to get in touch with your true self. Know who you are. Remember your soul. Remember your creator. Remember your love. Remember that you're always being guided. Maybe there's just too much noise. And it says, acknowledge, take responsibility, practice self-love, nurture your inner child. And I think it's saying you are responsible to love yourself because no one else is. You already have love from your creator. You already have love from the Godhead, or the infinite wisdom of the universe, the spaciousness, the nothingness, the oneness. You already have love from that. And it is also your responsibility to love yourself, as which that divine energy loves you. Often we don't. Often we judge ourselves based on other people's perception of us. Often we value ourselves on a scale that has a lot to do with skin, often has to do with how we look, our vanity. That starts at a young age, and that has a lot to do with the concepts that are here on this planet. I'm going to pull from the Starseed Oracle and from the Ancestors deck, and then I will get into the Tarot. Show me what I need to see for this reading. If you like the table this way, let me know. If you like it the other way, where I had the cards here. I'm always changing things. This is my basic thing here, though, but let me know. We have Jump In. And it says, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. So, you may have some opportunity for change coming in, okay? Especially as Pluto takes hold onto the Aquarian energy. And we grow from change. When we do the same routine every single day, we don't grow. We've mastered that, right? It's like, we've mastered this. And a lot of times uncomfortable things happen when we've mastered something and we don't move on. Example, I was at a job that I loved. I lost it overnight. And I was forced to move on and grow. And ultimately, it's led me to the point where I'm at right now. It's just kind of like that. Sometimes if we don't move on our own, we have what we call in the tarot community a tower moment. And we're sort of forced to move on. We're sort of forced to have new experiences because we've mastered the old experiences. Show me what I need to see from the Ancestors deck. Okay. Get into nature. All right, get into nature. Coexistence, gather. Limit waste. You know, it's interesting. I have a mango tree. My mangoes are coming out so huge. And every time I get mangoes from the tree, I always touch the tree like this and I always say thank you. And I always ask the tree how it's doing. And a lot of people might think I'm crazy, but, you know, the tree is actually wiser than I am. The tree can stay in one spot its entire existence. And trees often look at us as, you know, younger siblings. The trees are wiser than we are. Humans cannot stay in one place their entire life unless they're literally in some sort of maybe a vegetative state. It's impossible. We're not that evolved, but trees are. And just getting out in nature, okay? And you can touch the grass, the flowers, smell the flowers, touch the trees. If the trees bear fruit, like my mango tree, enjoy the fruit, but say thank you for it. Get back in touch with nature. And we see here upskill, work, career, and crossroads. And you know what? Grounding yourself, tuning in, and I can follow this advice myself because I've often been asking God if tarot is my final destination or if I'm meant to move on to something else. And it says upskill. So I do feel if you're wondering where you're supposed to be going, if you're on the right path, if you're supposed to move on to something, getting grounded, getting in touch with nature, getting into a very silent space and ask yourself that question. Get comfortable with yourself in meditation. And one of my meditations in the Monroe Institute, and I don't have a plug for them. I'm not plugging for them, but one of my meditations is literally imagine yourself meeting with your spirit guide at some place. I always imagine I'm going to meet my spirit guide where the pyramids are because I have something here to correct from that past life of mine. And we have work, career, and crossroads. So some of you might feel like you're at a crossroads. Some of you might not even know you're at a crossroads. Some of you might suddenly have a change in your job. Like for me, I did. Some of you might be forced into change, and some of you might already be thinking about change. Some of you might be thinking about teaching something, and some of you might be thinking about learning something. But I do feel as Pluto gets more into our energy that there is going to be change, because Pluto has the effect to change so many things in our environment that cause us to change. Sometimes because of Pluto, like all of this stuff coming in and all of this intelligence coming in, there are jobs that are no longer required by humans anymore. So we are forced to evolve and to change and to adapt to that. And a lot of people are actually going into agriculture. You know, the first form of trade was through agriculture. Food, necessities. It's just very interesting. So let's get into the tarot and see what wants to come out here. The golden egg. Getting in touch with nature, and you're going to get divine guidance. There's all of these cards pretty much say that there might be some sort of change coming in for your career or the next phase of your life. I mean, I would pretty much say anybody with Aquarius in their chart, Pluto is going to be there. Wherever Aquarius is in your chart, okay, and stelliums and all that, and it's going to affect you. It's going to affect you on some level. Now, it's been affecting me because it's been in Capricorn, and now with my Capricorn North Node, it was affecting me. Now with my Aquarius Sun and Venus, it's definitely going to still affect me. So yay! Hope it's good. Hope it's good for all of us. Show me what I need to see for this ancestors reading. Overall collective message that our ancestors want us to know. We have the World in reverse. So that could say that some things are wrapping up. Sometimes the World in reverse tells us it's not over, but it also tells us that these things are wrapping up. And I can concur with that part. I will clarify though. And we have Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now, we were just talking about career and change and all of that. If you've been wondering about a change, hoping for a change, maybe you're not liking some sort of position or something, because in the recent past, I have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Or maybe there's been a loss in income, or maybe you walked away from it. Maybe you felt stuck. I would say that there's change coming with that. And some of you, it's going to happen on the beginning of the curve, the beginning of the wave. And some of you, it happened right in the middle of the wave. And some, it might happen toward the end of that wave. Okay? Tell me what's on the crown here. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords isn't good. Seven of Swords is like, it's a deceiving type of energy. It's an energy of, you know, maybe you're not making what you're worth. To give it a simple analogy, maybe you're not getting paid what you're worth here. We have the Page of Pentacles reverse, Page of Cups reverse. You're not being valued. So there's energy with you're not being valued, and remember who you are. So how do you value yourself? Because there's reflections to that, okay? People sometimes reflect our own energy. So if, depending on where our value is at, we send that out and it gets mirrored back to us by people around us. So know who you are and value yourself. Maybe some of you need a little bit more love and self-care. Maybe some of you feel like you're failures in some things. Maybe some of you feel like you've picked the wrong choices, okay? Or been, you know, codependent, but been wishing for something else here with this Nine of Cups. But also needing to know which way to go. I can relate to that. Tell me about near future. The Empress reverse. Now, the Empress reverse can talk about, like what it said here. This is an ancestors reading. Get in touch with nature. Get in tune with your feminine side, divine feminine side, the womb, the mother. The mother before the mother. The one who nurtures all, who looks after us all, who is mother of us all. At some point, we've gotten separated from that. What's the environment? The Magician reverse. Sometimes that's just a feeling of not having all the tools. That something's missing. But, you know, we have here, love is what's missing, grounding yourself, meditation. This is going to lead to some sort of download that might ultimately change your job or your income. Your money status. What is the hope and the fears? Six of Cups. Three of Wands reverse and the Fool. Hopes is wanting a new beginning. Three of Wands reverse is afraid that it won't come. Not expecting it. Yeah. Wanting the right energy here. We have the King and Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Queen of Wands in the upright. And it's like saying there's something between you and what you want. And it's a karmic energy, which means it's a lesson. But when you remember who you are, this is what happens. This alliance here. You align with what your wish is. Give me an outcome. Ace of Swords, looking for clarity. Looking for clarity in what you really, really love to do, how you want to spend your time and your energy. And a lot of you are thinking about, you know, having another connection in your life. It's just what's showing up here. Doesn't mean it's a romantic connection, just means it's another connection. All right, clarify for me the world reverse. That's Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius energy. Did I say Aquarius? Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. Karma, and the reverse is also Pluto energy. There's something that is closing. Some sort of karmic cycle is closing, finishing up. All right, in order for probably whatever the next chapter of your life is to come in. Something is clearing up, either on your side or their side. Tell me about the Six of Cups in the reverse. That's children, nostalgia, past lives. It's memories, you know, it's the ex. It's all of that. But it's close to the heart. It's in the reverse. Tell me about that. It landed over here. Left out. Five of Pentacles. So if you feel like you're not connected with someone who's very close to you, close to your heart space, there may be some changes that are coming through with that. Tell me about Temperance. That's integration. That's Archangel Michael. That's Sagittarius. And we have Virgo with the Hermit, and we have Sagittarius with, it's an awakening card. And not Sagittarius, excuse me, Scorpio. Pluto energy. Tell me about this Temperance of Sagittarius. And when I say this, it doesn't mean that that's the sign always that you're dealing with, but sometimes it has to do with how these planets play out in your chart, where they're at, and where they're at in the universe right now, where they're at in your chart, okay, and how they interact like clockwork, like divine intelligence. And it's King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in the reverse. So what's coming in for you is a lot of stability. A lot of stability. Could be an earth sign, but this is a stability here that's coming toward you. And it could be a person of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming toward you. But it overall is stability, okay? It's coming in. It's major arcana bringing it in. It's Archangel, for me, Michael, bringing it in. You don't see it, especially with this. We have Ace of Swords in the reverse as the last card. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles reverse. There's some pain related to this. So, you know, quite literally, if you know, Three of Pentacles talks about teamwork. It talks about working together. It talks about being in a place or a small community. And there's pain associated with that. Okay? There's pain associated with that. And that's what is bringing, that's what's changing. Maybe the pain is bringing the change. Okay? Because it's in the past position. Recent past even. But whatever this is, this place, this workplace, it doesn't matter if you work together or if you met them at a work establishment. Okay, what you don't see there is some form of stability coming. I feel that you're really unaware of it. Be careful of what you think. And whenever you see ones, a lot of times when people see 1111 or something like that, they think of twin flames. But what I want you to focus on is above and beyond that. When you see 111 or 1111, think positive thoughts for yourself. Those are really manifestation numbers. And 111 is manifesting, and 1111 is a manifestation happening quicker. But try not to manifest a person you know, because they have free will, but manifest what it is you want. You want a job, a home, a car, or a love, a new love, but manifest it in detail. What do they look like? What do they act like? How do they treat your friends and family? Do they wear cologne or perfume? Do they wear makeup? Are they a nice dresser? Get into the details. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. This is scheming type of energy, but it's also trying not to be noticed type of energy. So it's Two of Swords. So if I were taking this as some sort of message from your ancestors, I would say that the ancestors are saying, plan your next steps, or all of your steps. Plan very, very carefully. I would also think that they're saying, don't tell anybody your actions or your moves. Just, you know, move in silence, because the Seven of Swords is a card of moving in silence. If you look beyond the person trying to steal the Five Swords, while nobody notices, hence the part while nobody notices. Do things in silence. When you make a decision, move in silence. Don't tell everybody your business or your plans. Just keep it to yourself. Only the divine knows. Because the thing is, we have the Four of Swords, and that is a card also of, you know, it can be a card of healing, but it can be a card of not making a move. And I feel what it's saying. Don't tell people your moves, because there is always somebody out there ready to cause a tower. There just is. You don't have to have a reason for it. There's always someone out there who may try to hold up your new beginning, create a tower. So don't tell anybody your plans. Move in silence. Try not to be noticed. Tell me about the Empress in reverse, and that's like what you're trying to attract to yourself. Maybe it's like saying, don't tell people what you're trying to invest in. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, if this is a person moving toward you because you've manifested, you know, a person, you know, this might be somebody looking at, you know, at you. They didn't invest in you. But I want to go above and beyond that, because this is spiritual, and I want to look at things as, notice the things that haven't worked out for you. Notice this. And notice the why. Why didn't they? Did you tell people? Did you tell the wrong people? Did you say something wrong? And I'll give you an example. There was one time I was at work. This was many years ago. And I got a write-up for a reason that was not my reason, but it's just, you know, like they say in plumbing, poop goes south. That's just the way it is. And I was on the chain, and when it comes down to the blame game, I was in the chain of getting the blame. Okay, didn't have to be at fault. I was just the person in line for it. And when it turned around, I had complained to a coworker because I thought I could trust this coworker. Scorpio, by the way. Nothing against Scorpios. I love Scorpios. But it was a Scorpio that turned around and bite me. And I had told this Scorpio how I felt it was unfair that I received this and that I, you know, and blah, blah, blah. Well, come to find out that Scorpio went and told the boss. And I didn't say anything bad. Like, I didn't defame anyone's character. I just was very adamant about how I felt it was unfair and that I felt there was other reasons for it. Well, come to find out, things got just worse for me at work. And I ultimately ended up needing to leave just because it was just unbearable. And it's like that. Don't tell your business. Don't tell your plans or your next move. Here in the near future, pay attention to why you think things have failed for you. Only the things that failed. Notice that what did you learn from it? What did you learn from it? And why do you think that they failed? Did you have the wrong people around you? Did you trust the wrong people? Because that's what these cards are saying. You need to cut out any energy, person, place, or thing. You need to cut out any energy that is creating a blockage to a new beginning for you. Knight of Swords reverse and the Queen of Swords upright. You're allowing love and you're allowing authenticity in, but it's important that anything that stops you from what you're trying to do must be cut out. You want to go to the gym and you have somebody who never shows up, or says, I'm going to go. They don't show up and it's stopping you from starting your new program. Just go without them. That's just a very simple analogy. None of this has to be built up like, you know, like the world's going to fall apart here. It's just saying whatever is going on in your life, from work to home to friends or whatever, it's saying, the ancestor reading, cut it out. Just look at the blockage. I don't even want to deal with it. Look at the blockage. Cut them out, guys. Because whoever it is, it's a person. With this Knight of Wands as a Sagittarius energy, but please don't take it as a Sagittarius because I've encountered this energy not from Sagittarius. This is a person who came out before. They come around when they need something. They want to go to the gym with you, then that's when they come around. They want to go to the gym. If they're a person that they always get something when they go shopping with you, they want to come around when you go shopping. You know what I'm saying? It's a user. Cut that out. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. More cutoff energy. Yeah, and it's the same thing that came out. Whatever is leading to your instability or your lack, cut it out. Don't be with that. Because for some of you, it's people in your house. For some of you, it's people in your environment. And sometimes the Four of Wands is also work, like work house, work home, work family. And it's just draining you. It's time to cut that off. And it's time to return to you, self-love. Wow. That's what this is saying. Basically, everything that said. Tell me about the Magician in reverse. Yep. Whoever this person is, it's in your energy. Three of Cups, they come in and out when they need something. And they use a lot of strategy, but it's an illusion. It's a game, okay? They're not authentic. and you don't see through it is the whole thing. So this is a person who is, you're close to this person and you just don't see it because your heart is probably tied to whatever this is. But get your heart tied to the Godhead, the intelligence of the universe, being in silence and paying attention to what's coming to you, your guidance. Because I'm telling you, I feel like there's an opportunity for this energy to get going out of your energy. Tell me about this Two of Wands. Geez. Seven of Swords. Don't tell anybody, okay? Don't tell anybody which way you plan to go. Don't tell anybody. Just go. Just do it. Just do it. Tell me about the end card. Ace of Swords reverse. Aquarius in the reverse. And High Priestess in the reverse. And Six of Wands. Okay. Whatever this is, guys, it's showing that you need to gain some clarity, okay? You might find out about this, okay? A lie could come out. Something that you are going to find out, ultimately, with the Six of Wands. And if it has to do with which way to go next, okay, and it talks about your intuition, okay, Pisces, Virgo energy, Aquarius energy, a wish fulfillment. If there's someone in your way and you know it, don't say anything, just cut it out. But if you're literally trying to figure out which way to go on your next part of your life, the next cycle of life for you, you are going to have success in that, okay? If you're having trouble connecting to your intuition, just go out and get in nature, get in silence, get into a meditation, ask to speak to your spirit guide, whatever is higher up for you that you believe, okay? Ask for that guidance, because I got two storylines with that. Two storylines, you know? It's ultimately remove the blockages. If you don't know how, still meditate. If you don't know which is your next path or your next phase or which way to go, it's still saying to meditate. Because all of your spirit team in heaven knows. They all know which way to go. They all know which way is best for you. They all know your chart and what you wrote into your chart. So what stone or crystal, let's close out. What stone or crystal could help, or what chakra meditation could help for them to think clearly and to make the right decisions, pick the right path? We have Moonstone and Masculine Principle, and I'll be right back with the meaning. Here we have Moonstone. Sorry the reading is so long, guys, but we had to get the messages out. And it says it's milky white. It's for the crown chakra, and Moonstone can be placed upon two areas of the body, the root chakra and the third eye. It's good to understand the archetype of the moon, that of femininity and sensitivity. Now, we do know the womb was the very first card that came out. This crystal brings joy by working on the emergence and acceptance of one's feminine aspects. This is really, you're going to have a lot of grounding and insight by getting in tune with the feminine side of you. We all have it. Even divine masculines have it. We all have yin within us. Some of us have more yin than others, but we all have it. And this is saying get grounded into feminine energy, and being in Mother Nature can definitely help with that. And then we have the masculine principle, okay? And the principle is based on action for both women and men, being an active participant in the world, moving within the space. However, if you do not focus on your feminine part, you risk releasing energy as a destructive fury. Wow. The masculine principle does not want to dominate, but rather protect, build, and put itself in the service of the world and not just of itself. So this is a lot about divine energy, divine feminine, divine masculine. We have it here. We have it in the beginning and we have it in the end. How thought-provoking is this? Balance your divine, feminine, and masculine energies within yourself, so that this world can be a better place, so that you know who you are, what your place is in this world. And we need both. We need both. We don't just need masculine void the feminine, or feminine void the masculine. We absolutely need both for this world to flourish and thrive, and for us to flourish and thrive. Anyway, guys, that was your ancestors reading. I love you. See you in the next one, and namaste, my friends.